Now, how did you land a consistent spot on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood?
This mouth. This mouth. I was originally supposed to come on that show as just a guest. I had just relocated back to LA from DC. And honestly speaking, I knew everybody on the cast personally prior to them even joining the show. I knew Ray, I knew Tiara, I knew Nia, I knew Moniece, I knew Masika, I knew Hazel. I knew 80% of the cast. I knew everybody personally from just being in those circles when I lived in LA, when I was on College Hill, and they were coming up or trying to do things, where I met them at different events through mutual friends. So it was a fit. It was a perfect fit for me to come on there. It wasn't a stretch. We didn't have to create a storyline. Like, I legitimately had stories with these people. Matter of fact, I was helping Masika and Moniece do PR for them when they first started the first season. And then when Jason Lee was originally on there, Jason and I go way back. Jason was honestly one of the first two people I met in LA. I knew Hazel, I knew Jason. And so when they were on the show and they had their little moment with the whole him throwing a drink on her, I was calling him about some PR stuff. Like, I kind of smoothed that over a little bit. I knew Milan as well. Milan Christopher, I knew him as well when he first moved to LA. So again, it wasn't a stretch for me to go on that show. And when I was asked to join, I didn't think it'd be as dramatic as it was, because again, these are all my friends. These are people I knew. But working with your friends and then being friends with them off camera are two situations, because they have to maintain what they've already established on the show. And with me being new, it's like coming into any different organization or family or group. You got to get initiated, and I got initiated. But we ended up not being main cast members. I was supposed to only be a guest for 2 episodes. My first scene was explosive. Second scene was even more explosive. It kept getting more dramatic and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, literally every scene was something was flying somewhere. Wasn't my finest moments. But I remember getting a phone call from Mona and from the other producers, like, welcome to Love and Hip Hop. Like, this is like a month or 2 in. Like, I've done the audition, I've got my contract, and I know what I'm getting paid. Like, these are after these scenes are happening back to back to back, and they're like, welcome to the show. So I was like, okay, I'm really in it now. And then when the trailer came out, season 4, with all that was going on with Masika and Alexis and Hazel and all that other shenanigans, and with them bringing Keisha Cole on that season, Brooke Valentine, the person I was arguing with the most, we were 80% of the trailer, and we weren't even main. Unfortunately, we all know what happened at the reunion. He was not brought back that 5th season, but I was. So with that drama being gone and him not there, I just kind of sort of floated around. And I shot a lot with K. Michelle and Moniece, which did not make the air for whatever reasons that are above my pay grade. And then season 6, we got a brand new production company. One of the executive producers, OG Singletary, shout out to him. He worked on College Hill when I was on that, so he ended up being my producer for the last season of Hollywood. And as you see, I was in a lot of that. I was in all that drama with everything going on with Lyrica and A1 and Apple and Moniece and April and Fizz. But once I got the hang of how this machine worked, I was good. I didn't take nothing home. That was a lesson I had to learn, because reality TV had changed from us being the first Black reality show and how College Hill was filmed versus the cinematic universe that Love and Hip Hop existed in. It was very different from what I was used to. And it took me a season to get used to. But once I got in it, baby, I get in the character, Mr. Ray, when it was time to work. And as soon as they said it's a wrap, SUVs waiting outside, I was back to Ray and I was at home, and you wouldn't even know I just came from this dramatic scene. Like, I had to learn how to work and leave work at work. And I think that's the people that are doing well on that show, that are still there for like 10, 20 years or whatever, how long they've been there, is because they know how to leave work at work and go home. So, but yeah, that was a chapter of my career. It wasn't my best, but it wasn't my worst. It was definitely interesting to say that I was a part of Love and Hip Hop. Like, I still can't believe it. I was on that show for 3 years. I didn't think I was going to last a season, because, people come on that show, they come and go. Like, every season is 20 new people. But I was there, and I was a part of it. and I'm glad to have been a part of it. But that's just a chapter I want to leave right there. I don't want to revisit it. I don't want to reboot it. I don't want to make amends with anybody about anything. It is what it is. That happened before COVID, so it is what it is.